Hey everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. I know I've been doing this sort of catch as catch can lately. Seems like that's the story of my life right now. So I wanted to come on and do a weekly update, and I gotta watch the clock because I don't have my timer. So here we go. So I weighed myself Monday morning and I was 208, where I've been for, I don't know, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, quite a while. And all my YouTube friends, well, not all of them, but my core YouTube friends that are around the same time I had my surgery, 30 days before, 30 days after, they're all hitting Wonderland. They're all under 200, and we've been sort of doing this neck and neck thing. Not that anybody's really racing, but just, you know, we're kind of going at the same pace. So I thought, okay, this is it. I'm tired of hanging out at 208. I'm going to get this last 50 pounds off of me. I can always gain weight back, right? If I'm miserable at a size 10, I can always gain weight and go back to being a size 16. So I decided to beef it up this week, and we're kind of cracker girls. We don't eat a lot of bread, but we do eat crackers, and we make pizzas with this flatbread, and so we ex-nayed the carbs this week. We're not doing any crackers and no bread. And not that we binge on it, but we certainly eat it at least once a day, sometimes twice. So we got rid of the carbs, and we're doing protein shakes for breakfast and protein shakes for dinner. So hopefully, and then a regular protein meal at lunch. So hopefully I will get some results this week, because I'm tired of being this close to 200 and just staring at it, waiting for it to arrive. I guess I need to go out and grab it. And then the other thing, okay, so I wanted to talk about my Bare Essentials. So yeah, I'm wearing it. Been wearing it to work this week. My boss, of course, noticed, because she's like into that kind of stuff and is kind of a fashion-y stuff. The only other comment I got was, wow, you have such great skin. Believe me, I don't have great skin. That's totally the makeup. Do I love it? Well, as you can see, the eyeliner kind of gets a little smudgy at the end of the day. It's not as clean as it was in the morning. It does kind of give you this sort of dewy look, which I keep wanting to think is my oily skin, and it's really not. So it kind of has this sort of shine to it that kind of needs some getting used to. But I do love the fact that I can put on my makeup in like 1 minute. I mean, I literally put on the cover-up stuff under my eyes and in my wrinkles and on any blemishes. Then I buff the foundation on, I buff the blush on, I throw on the eyeliner, I throw on the lipstick. I'm not kidding you. It really is 2 minutes. Is it worth $100? I don't know. The foundation has this little stop, and the packages aren't that big. This foundation, it has like you kind of twist it and it opens and closes, but the smaller ones, they don't have any sort of control. So I'm wasting some every time I put on my makeup, because inevitably I open up like the eyeshadow or the blush or the cover up, and there's powder everywhere, and it gets on the counter, and so that's kind of a bummer. For something so expensive, I would appreciate a little more control in the packaging, so I'm not blowing it off my counter every morning. But I don't know. Am I going to sign up for life? I'm certainly going to stay in this brush-on genre, and we'll see how I feel, when this stuff is starting to run out. And people have suggested some other Bare Essential types of makeup. I might try those. Who knows? See what else is going on. I really don't have a lot going on. I've been really busy. My daughter's been sick. Tomorrow we go back to the doctor, and oh, please, I really hope we get her walking pass, because she has not been able to walk for 2 months. I've been getting a lot of questions and a lot of messages. People are still stuck in the sugar from the holidays, and here's the thing. For me, it started with embracing who I was and the fact that I have an addictive personality. And realizing that I needed to make some changes in my life. And once that decision was made, then it was easier for the behavior to follow. And if you're stuck in sugar, you just kind of have to bite the bullet and get through it and get it out of your system. And I cannot stress enough the importance of reading labels when you're trying to get off sugar. For instance, there are a lot of protein bars or energy bars or power bars that actually have more grams of sugar than a candy bar. And so you got to read your labels. And if you're putting anything in your mouth with more than 15 grams of sugar or carbs, then you're going to set yourself up for a biological craving for more sugar later on. So you might want to get some really, really sweet protein bars that are bariatric friendly. And getting my purse. Yeah. It's called Oh Yeah, and it's a high protein bar. This one is peanut butter and caramel. So if you're trying to break the sugar cycle, you might want to get some of these, and then when you want, your 3 o'clock candy or whatever, have something like this instead, because it won't mess with your blood sugar. If you eat a candy bar, you're going to spike on the insulin, and then you're going to crash and burn, and then your body's going to want more sugar. But if you eat one of these, your blood sugar won't spike, and it might help break that cycle of sugar. Sugar is a drug, and if you don't believe me, there was a great book that came out several years ago called Sugar Blues, and I would encourage anybody to read that book. The other thing, as far as eating bad things and breaking that cycle, for me, every behavior is preceded with a thought. So if I stand in front of a bag or a box and I tell myself I'm weak and I'm an addict and I have no control and just this once and maybe tomorrow I'll start or tomorrow I won't have any, that never works. Your self-talk is very empowering, and it can either bring you down or pick you up. So when I'm facing a bag of something, I just say to myself 10 times, just for today, I'm making all decisions in my best interest. Today, all decisions I make are in my best interest. Today, my best interests come first. By the time I say that 10 times, usually I can walk away. Well, I can. I can walk away from whatever it is that's calling to me. Because you're not powerless. You have free will. And that's where your power lies. And a lot of us have been sitting around or being told for a long time that we're weak and that we can't. And if you believe that, then that is what your reality will be. So you have to switch your thinking and your belief, your reality. You are powerful. It's all about decision, and your power is in your choice and in your power to make choices. And you just have to bite the bullet and start making different choices. And is it hard at first? Yes. But it is not impossible. And the craving and addiction part, the physical part, will only last a day or so. After that, it's all emotional. So anyway, to all of you who are still struggling and having a hard time, I really want to encourage you, just keep trying. There is a solution. There are programs, try Overeaters Anonymous or something like that. Get into a regular support group. When I could go to a 12-step meeting every single day when I needed to talk to people and people to understand what I was going through. So, and I don't do 12-step programs anymore, but they do serve a very good purpose. And I don't do therapy anymore, but I thank God every day for the time that I did do it and for the therapist that I did find who helped me a lot. So if you're really struggling, in my mind, recovery comes in 2 stages. First is the physical, and the second is the emotional. You have to get behind the stuff that got you into your addictions in the first place. And so I really want to encourage you, just keep up the good fight, and you will eventually win. You'll find the answers. Okay, sorry for the weirdo lighting. As usual, I've babbled and I've lost track of the time. So, but I'll check in next week. Let's hope. Next week I am no longer 208. Hopefully I'm lower than that. And y'all have a good week, and I will talk to you later.